Hi class, Davis here. Just wanted to drop by and give you a little bit of advice and encouragement prior to Exam 2. Exam 2 is likely to be pretty difficult in part because of the general positive performance on Exam 1 and the fact that the material covered in Exam 2 is harder. Alright, so what can we do to prepare for Exam 2? Exam 2 covers several concepts. And fortunately, the math department provided you with this nice document, Important Concepts, Math 1172 Midterm. I encourage you to look at this document and scrutinize it as much as you can. Look through the sections, read through, and make sure you know what each piece means and how to solve that particular problem type. And if you don't know, come to me, come to the lecture, find a tutor, figure it out. Alright. Specifically on this document, I want to point out something to you. At the top of this first page, they have listed some sources, and I want to point out the first bullet, the practice problems on the course website. As I've said, this is a terrific resource for you, as these practice problems were written by the same people who write your exams. As such, they reflect the difficulty of the problems that you will find on the exam. They also reflect what the exam writers think is important and how they generally like to write problems. So I would start with this as your main study guide. Alright, of course, the third and fourth bullet points, sample midterms. Taking sample midterms, as I discussed in the Exam 1 study guide, is hugely important. I believe in practicing under game-like conditions. That means put yourself in the mindset of, I'm about to take a 55-minute exam, and I need to be able to think quickly and perform under pressure. How do you do that? You do that by practicing. You do that by taking practice exams under those conditions. So get yourself a stopwatch, go with a friend, take the practice test as seriously as you would the midterm 2, and it will help your performance. Alright. Study past quizzes. Great. Let's point out this specific bullet, which I've skipped, this bullet point number 2. Now, bullet point number 2 concerns this conceptual problems involving partial sums handout. Now, here's this handout. It's a set of problems. It's a 13-page document that has been posted, I believe, to Carmen. If you have trouble finding this document, please email me and I can get it to you. Alright, so looking at this problem 1, this looks a lot like the problem from quiz 6. And it turns out that this particular problem type has repeatedly been emphasized by the new management of the course. And you should prepare yourself for this problem specifically. Due to the repeated nature of their mentioning it, it seems likely that they will ask about it. Now let me give you a little bit of game theory on problems of this type. So the quiz 6 problem was graded so that if you selected an incorrect answer, you missed 1 point. And if you didn't select a correct answer, you missed 1 point. So the game theory for this is different than, say, a multiple choice exam. If you're selecting from 4 options and 1 is correct, then by all means you should go ahead and guess. A guess will be weakly dominant over a blank answer. In this case, you are penalized for incorrect selections. So you must be very careful, and I advise you to employ the strategy of only selecting problems, or only circling answers, for which you know you're absolutely certain that that is the correct answer. Let's just take a glance down here. There's solutions and a slightly different variation of this problem. I encourage you to go through this worksheet as well. Alright, now what else do you need to do? You need to prepare your mind. This exam is likely to be difficult, but if you're prepared mentally to go in, battle the exam, and come out victorious, then I think you'll be better for it. You want to work hard these next few days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that on Thursday you can rest and prepare your body for the difficulty, which is exam 2.